work we are using playing around with Tableau. So in this, the first tip that I want to share with you is dealing with count distinct. So I just gonna rename this one to count distinct. So suppose I have put a subcategory on rows and I am doing count distinct of customer IDs. And I want just to do the totals. So you can see I put 2,700, but if you calculate here, the totals exceed 2,700. By default, what Tableau does, it gives you the total count distinct of the data set, but you would want to see the total count distinct of every category here. So to solve that, you go on analysis, you go on totals, total using sum. It increases the number because it gives you the total of these numbers up here. So whenever you're dealing with count distinct, always make sure that the results are displaying as you expect them. The second one is mapping region. So by default, you cannot map region on a map here. Even if you change it to map here, it does not allow you to do that, because if you check here, region is identified as a string and you cannot map it as it is. So what you need to do is you go on this little drop down arrow on region, go on geographical row all the way down to create from. Then there's this state as province. Now, if you can notice here, it changed. It's now a hierarchy. It's building region based on this state and province. And now you can now be able to map, because it changes from a string to a geographical row. Now, if I double click here and just put region on color, you are now able to map those regions on a map. So let me just put some cells here and just increase the font a little bit. Let me do 18 and maybe format this one to currency. All right. So now you can be able to display region on a map. Let's do drag and drop. All right. So let me just create a simple view here. I have product category, I have profit, I have sales. All right, and I have a budget like this. So if you see, if I hover on sales, there's this little triangle that pops up. And if you are putting my cursor on top of it, it turns into a star. Same thing here, same thing here. Now, instead of moving pills like what we always do, you can just go right here when it changes to star and drag it to any view that you want. Then you can just manipulate, or you can create your views without touching the pills, but just playing around with this with this with these triangles. So it's another way to easily save your time when you're building your views, just to show this, play around with these triangles and make a view that you like. Let me go to the fourth tip. All right, so let's assume that I have region here, product category, product subcategory, and I have sales. So this is a good view, but sometimes your users may not be able to easily distinguish between these three product categories. So one way I have found that is helpful, if you really want to give some space, let me just put budgets here and see if I can arrange things differently here. Yes, this is what I want. All right, so I want to give a space here so that they can be able to see that the distinction between these product categories. So you can go on analysis, you add your totals on subtotals, then it gives you these totals, these three, and you can click on one of it and go on this little drop down and hide it. Then it gives a space here Then go on this one, on this total, and format it and take it out of the view. Then now you can see that I've distinguished between these. There's a space now so that your users can be able to see clearly between these two views. So again, I'll show you analysis, subtotal. Then because I've already hidden them, it gives some kind of space, easy to read, easy to consume this uh, sheet. Spacing using total. Another one that I want to share with you is to filter using color. So right now I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets, and let me just color this one with blue, with red, another blue, and another blue. All right, and I'm just gonna quickly make a simple. Let me just do order date here, order date and profit, and do this a line chart and just show some labels. All right, so this is my line chart, and I want to add filters. All right. So let's suppose that you have a workbook that have got lots of worksheets here. I have workbook that can go worksheets up to 50, 60, depending on the project. But let's say now you have a lots of worksheet, and when you want to filter it now, it's very hard to go apply worksheets, selected worksheets, and look for the names because there will be just many here. You'll be like scrolling down to find the exact worksheet that you want that filter to be applied. So one way to do that is to color code the sheets. And now let's say I want to apply this filter on all the sheets that are colored blue. I can just simply use this color code to color my worksheets and apply it. And as you can see here, that filter is applied here, it's applied here, and it's applied here. So using color coding um, to apply filters, it helps you a lot. All right. A bonus tip now is all right, unclickable dashboard. So let's say hypothetically you don't want your users to do anything on your dashboard. So let's say this is our simple dashboard. I'm gonna take this legend out and entire view and use this as a filter just to demonstrate what I'm trying to do here. Let me just do a little bit of formatting and add some border, maybe something like this, some border. All right, and also go on layout, select this one, add some border on the entire thing, some border. All right, I have some small little dashboard here. All right. Let's say I don't want my users to click on anything on the dashboard. I want them just to consume the view, but not to manipulate it in any way. One of the best ways is to just overlay this dashboard with a blank object. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to select, it's already selected on tiled. I'm going to select floating, then drag the blank object on top and just overlay it on top of the dashboard. So now when they try to click it, nothing's going to react because they are clicking a blank object and they are not able to manipulate the dashboard. That was all that I have for you for now. Thank you and bye bye.